All right, guys. So today we are going to be working on a Stranger Things drone tension, and I got a little, just a little couple of notes here up on my screen. But this is going to be really fun. These are really easy to make. There's kind of little, couple little tricks you got to learn, and a couple of things that really make it that, kind of keep it in that tension kind of feel. And but they're really fun to make, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. I'm going to try and do a lot of stuff in the box, but I do have a synthesizer in front of me here. It's a Korg Mini-Log. It's an analog synthesizer, and but you can do this without it. You can use. I'm going to be using patches of each one, so you can I'm going to be using patches of Omnisphere and some other synths as well. You'll see, and so. But let's just walk through. Let's dive right in, and let's walk through how to make a Stranger Things drone tension cue. All right, here we go. Okay, so you can see there on the screen here, uh, it must include tension. Big, big, big deal. Now, one way to get tension is kind of using, let's just say, a C and a C sharp, kind of like just hovering around those kind of, those are really clashing, really notes that are really going to cause a lot of tension. That's great to put in there. So sometimes I might be on a C sharp. And playing a C sharp note or something underneath a C that's happening, and it just maybe just for little slight things, and it just kind of creates real tension. And you can kind of have those kind of fade in and out. So I do a lot of those, the kind of tones there. Drones and undertones work best. Obviously, what is a drone? You might ask. A drone is like just a long held out note, the one note, but it's going to be very boring unless it has a lot of movement. So unless you've got a lot of maybe cutoffs, LFOs, all that kind of stuff that you can do in synths, unless you can do the resonance, you can do you can do like add reverbs and then take it away. You can have it moving in the background. You can have it panning. So lots of movement. That's definitely what you want with drones. It's got to have peaks and valleys. You got to have like crescendos or things that come up and then goes back down. It's got to have a lot of maybe other bells and whistles that you'll see me add. And it can't be boring, obviously, so you got to constantly keep that in the back of your mind. Is this getting boring? We'll add some other parts to it. With these tension cues or with these drone tensions, it's very easy to go out a lot longer. So, 1.5 minutes to 2.5 minutes. That'll be actually super easy. I try to keep it around 2.5 minutes, or I try and keep it around somewhere around there, but they need to be drawn out, so you can't really do 1.5 minute cues with these ones as well because they're just a little short. Minor keys are always best for this one, for these kind of style. So I've got a link here on the screen. Just have to copy and paste that or type that up. Actually, I'll put it in the comments so you can have that link there. And this is kind of like this is a great example. The Hereditary soundtrack. I haven't seen the movie or anything. I'm guessing it's a horror track, so a horror movie, I guess. And these will work really well for that kind of genre. So have a listen to a lot of that. And then one of the other elements that I'm going to do in here, which is really, really fun to do, is you actually can pitch shift the sound. So you'll have that drone holding on, and you'll actually slowly pull it up. So you've got all these micro tones in between, and you slowly pull it up to another note, and maybe just a semitone up. So you're pulling it up really, really slowly, and it's just creating that tension all the time. And then sometimes it's nice to use siren kind of sounds, and so you can do that with the you can do that with that pitch shift thing. You go, you can have that in the background as well, which is fun as well. So cool. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so let me see here. So I have a blank track up here, and let's just go ahead and start playing with some sounds. Oh, put my headphones on. So I'm just going to go through some presets on my mini log here. Alright, so I like that sound. Straight away I'm hearing that and I'm like, oh, I like that. Let me turn this up just a tad for you guys. I like that, and I'm kind of hanging on A minor here, so we'll just keep it simple. Now I don't like the tempo, so on my mini log I'm going to change the tempo. Now on my DAW it says 135. I'm actually probably going to just do what's 70? So I'm doing it 70. Let's just see what that sounds like. 71. Yeah, I don't mind that. So now I on my session here, you'll see I have a few tracks already. This is like just an ambient thing. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to have in there. I'm gonna pull it right down. So it's going to that other channel. Okay, so I'm going to mute that, and I do have some reverse cymbals that I would probably use sometime. Now I do have this 808 kick. Depending on what the I'm just going to set it at 100. Hang on. Depending what tempo I'm going to actually settle on, I think we'll head towards 100. I'm actually going to put this kick here as a dum dum. So that's actually going to be a trigger. So you're not going to hear that kick, but it's going to trigger a. It's going to be. I'm going to use that as a side chain for the for some of the pads. So you're going to feel this movement. It's going to compress it just a little bit, and you'll feel this. Instead of the pad holding on, all of a sudden it feels like it's got a bit of movement, and I'll walk you through how to do that if you're not sure. So I'm just going to put these on the grid, so making sure that they're on each beat. It might be too much on every quarter. I might do every half note. Yeah, let's do every half note, see if that goes. Done. Yeah, let's start off with that. We'll see how that goes. Just double check. It's not a big deal, but just make sure they're on the grid. No, that's fine. It's a little late, but it's a tiny bit late, but that'll be alright because it's triggering. Let's just do 30 of them. I don't know how many we'll need. That's all the way out to 6 minutes or something. It's probably too much. Okay, so we're going to use that as just put that on a 23 and 24 bus. I'm going to send it to 23, 24, and we'll actually call that sidechain. So now, if I even trigger this, put a compressor on it, and we'll just sidechain that to right there. I actually got 2 sidechains set up. That's fine. We'll just use this one I just created. So if you watch the pad now, So you can kind of see that moving. So that's great. Now I can also get other things to listen to that. So if I play this pad that I was just working on then, I can get that to move with it as well. Let's just add these up here. So it's on the one spot, get that out of the way. And you know, I'm not liking that sound anymore. So let's keep going. All right, so I like that. I'm hanging on the A note. Let's just hold that down for a while. Let me just put some more, I'll put some reverb in the box there. So all I was doing there is I'm going to be changing the filter, just slowly turning it, and I'm going to be changing some of the, it might be some of the other parameters on my Minilog. Now I'm going to just do one like this, kind of playing with this that I've got in this analog gear. I'm going to go up and do it the exact same thing on Omnisphere, and you'll see how some of these parameters work, and you'll see how you can automate it inside the box. So let's try that. Cool. All right, so let's start it. All right, cool. So we actually went down a little bit on that ending one. That was actually pretty cool. That just has a pitch on my VCO. Let's just have. Actually, I don't know why I was recording 2 times there. I only need 1. That's a stereo track, so it's only stereo going in. All right, cool. So let's go up now. I'm actually going to make sure that's kind of on the grid. Yeah, I knew it. See, it started a little bit off. We'll see. I might just drench that in reverb anyway, so you can't even really hear it, the movement there. So let's just put a bunch of reverb on that. Good old Valhalla. I love the reverbs here. So this ambient stuff, I'm just going to do some automating. I don't want it to really come in until a little later. So I'm just going to fade that down there. And you know, I don't want this side chain to come in until it gets a little bit further into the song either. So let's just pull that down. Yeah, cool. All right, so let's have a look here now at an Omnisphere um, as it loads. Let's just save. All right, so let's just go with dark. I'm just going to type up a word dark here. See what comes up. Now that's cool. So we're going to put a few of those in there. All right, so what I like to do with these kind of sounds, I do like to have them. I like to make them audio so that I can actually see them. I can see what's going on and move them around accordingly. So I'll just drag them down to an audio track. You can actually see the first part that comes out. You can move that around to how you want. But those are great little bells and whistles, ear candy. So I don't know where I want these. Somewhere. Maybe as it goes up. So I have, I'm playing A here, and then I'm doing a B flat or an A sharp right there. So let's just move these around a little. I'm just randomizing these, really. Turn them down a bit, send them off to a bus. Let's go to here, and I'll rename that to dramatic. No, actually, just ear candy. Just effects. Effects candy. There we go. Okay, so that needs to be down here. Get a. I'm not going to have electric guitars in here. Effects candy. All right, so there we go. Just a little bit of stuff. I mean, sometimes you can revert. I'm gonna do a little reverse on this one. Just simple reverse. Cool. So these are just randomized. Obviously, we'll find out a right place for them. pull them right down, and we'll move them around as we're doing the rest of this track. Oh, let's create another drone now. I have something, it's kind of lower to mid, but I'm going to go really low now. Just find a really low drone sound. Deep, I don't know, we'll just call, I like doing these searches because all sorts of stuff comes up. Deep. Wow, that is really cool, actually. Let's try that. Let's see what comes up there. Yeah, and I think we'll move some of that out, but that might create just this really cool percussion, grooving, moving kind of thing here. All right, cool. So we are going to move a little bit of that stuff around. I want to make sure it's right on the grid there. Here we go. Let's just change a few of those parameters. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to automate that. And so I like that cutoff. I'm just going to do some random things as it kind of grows. So you just go up here to the auto side, and you have to, I think you have to assign a, where is it? You have to find out what number it is. Hang on, so I have to assign. So it's, maybe it's 8, let's see. Okay, so we get in here and watch the automation. 8. So if you can kind of see the automations working on that. So let's just go up and down as we move this. So I'm just moving that, that's just randomized now, so it's just kind of got movement in it. Let's see what these other guys do. I like that better. Just, I'm going to set that there, and then all right, so we assign hang on, should be able to go to another. So that's 9 there, so let's go up to 9. So now we're just going to move that around as we play the song. Now we can also write this as well, so you can actually do write. Actually, no, I'll just do it manually. I'll just do it manually in there. All right, so that was our way up to it. Cool. All right, I like that. I'm just going to add another reverb to that as well. All right, so let's just turn the the volume down a bit. Oops. Of when that comes in, and I want to make sure this starts on the Alright, cool. So now let's do a higher pitched, higher sound. I've got some serum patches in here as well. I think that I recently picked up. All right, so we'll just hold that one. That one's the one we're going to do a little bit of pitching on. So we'll just help join. As you can see, I'm kind of building the track. So delete that. So we're starting off here, and then we're adding stuff. So this one's going to come in a little later. Let's just start it here. I'm just going to hold that on. Stretch it all the way out to the end. Let's actually finish. Let's do a nice ending. Let's get our ending taken care of. There's a great, simple, easy way to do an ending. You could also do one of these guys, reverse them. Just reverse it. Add that to the end as well. So it actually happens there. Now it's always nice to have a low hit. So we're gonna go to Kontakt, grab some that last hitting is it's just nice to have a final finish big hit. And so let me go to some of my samples here. Sample here is really cool for this stuff. Cinematic scoring drones. I might even let me jump into that one as well. That's some cool stuff. So let me go down here. delete that, and then I'll look for these low hits. Trailer rises, those are great. Reverse piano textures. Cyberchrome. Cyberchrome, I think, has some big let me see these. No, actually, let me go up here, rises. Oh, let me see. Yeah, let's just use that. So I gotta find that where that was actually. I'm gonna use both of those. Actually, let me get rid of that reverb, or the delay. That's what I want. So I got two notes here, but I want to separate them. So then I just get them, print them down to or into audio, so I can actually see them. That's pretty good. I'm going to do another hit as well. Let's just put this at drums. Low drones. I need to do another. Let's just do a bus here called hits. And we will change acoustic guitar. Well, I got none there, so oops. We're going to do hits. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. It sounds like it's a different key or something. So I'm actually just going to go to Omnisphere, which has awesome hits as well. Let me actually just copy that and print this one down before we forget about it. That's our long drone, and we're going to change the key of that. We're going to do a pitch shifting thing on that. It's going to be really cool. So let's use Omnisphere here. There's a few hits here. They're really cool. Hits and bits. There we go. That's what we want. That's it. Simple as that. The blip bam. That's what we want. So we just hit that. A lot of low rumble in that one. Alright, so then we just do the same thing. I'm going to get... There we go. Long tail on that one, but there we go. There's a nice hit. And this one here... This one here is my higher drone sound. Let's color it different. Let's make sure we get that. That's what we want. Okay, cool. So now let's do some fun with the pitch shifting of this. I want to keep an original one, but then I also want this one to start going up and down. I'm going to move it around. So you can use any pitch shift thing that you have. I'm going to use one of my favorites that I go to a lot. I think it's the Paramedic. Oh, wrong one. Pitch shift. It's this one here. Here's this one. I like it. It's very simple. I think it comes with it's a Waves one actually. Just let me see. Analyze the track, and you can pull it down. I think that's middle there. And so. Let me go back and reanalyze it. Alright, so let's just start. I think I want shorter ones, so let's go back to the full one. Because I wanted a gradual one. I wanted a gradual rise. $160. See what that sounds like. So I'm gradually pitching up, and you can find out the exacts on these, but I'm just going by ear. Okay, so I'm going to do another high pitched sound now. What have we got here over here? Oh, scoring range. See if we can get a higher one. That's the one I like. I'm just going to extend that out. And again. Again, I am just going to copy that track so I can just get a stereo file, drag this down, and let's see what that says. So I'm going to chop this up now. I'm going to create some sirens. Go one up and then one down. So let's do some sirens here. You know what? I think I want them longer, really slow ones. So let's just do. So we don't get any pops there. So let's just analyze that one. See what that sounds like in the background. And then this is going to go all the way up. Actually, I wonder what down would sound like. No, no, that one's already going down. I like that. That would be fun. All right, so we've got a lot of elements here. We've been going for about an hour. I'm going to wrap this one up, part one. We might have another part two. Well, we'll definitely have part two for going into the mixing it. We'll see if I want to add anything extra in the mixing section. So yeah, awesome guys. So hopefully that helps. Let me go over here. All right, guys, awesome. So hopefully that helps. As you can see, a lot of playing around, a lot of different sounds. You can get them many different ways. Lots of automation. So that keeps it moving, keeps it creating, and we're going to have a look back with a little bit more fresh ears, and we'll see if it needs some higher stuff, if there's too much low stuff, if there's too much stuff in the same frequency. That's one of the things with these kind of things. You got to make sure that it's not all the sounds aren't the same kind of frequency sound. You got to spread that out so you've got so it's clarity. You know, you've got different parts moving, and so we might have to do some heavy EQing. But the cool thing about this is they're all just sounds. So we're just putting a masterpiece together. We're painting this picture with all just sounds, you know, and it's really, really cool. So anyway, I'll see you in the live session.